Objection number 5 is I don't have enough time. And whew, I feel this one. There have been times that I'm like, oh, I'm not so sure how we're going to make all of this work. But the beautiful thing is that homeschool is flexible and you can work at the days and the times that work for your family. All right, there are lots of different ways to make it work around whatever your schedule is and whatever other things that you have going on. In our personal situation, I started off, I just had one kid at home homeschooling, and that was super easy. Then the next thing you know, I've got one kid in public school, one kid at home, a baby, and I'm juggling all the things. My mom needed help, and I was helping to care for her as she had dementia. So we're running back and forth with her, my elderly grandmother. We went to visit with her every week to just check in and see how she was doing. I had volunteer things that I've done over the years, part-time jobs, working in co-ops, teaching in my house, building an online business. So lots of different things over the years, lots of different hiccups and changes in schedule, and we've just made it work. We've had to be flexible. I said, I think in one of the other videos about how my husband's work schedule changed as well. So there were times that he was home and there's times that he wasn't home, and there's times that he had a regular schedule and there were times he had a crazy schedule. So we had to be flexible, but we made it work, and you can too. So first of all, homeschool takes a lot less time than you think. It takes a lot less time than public school. The older kids do have to have a certain number of hours to meet the requirements for high school, at least in the state of South Carolina. I know that they have to do a certain amount of work to qualify for those graduation credits. But a lot of that is stuff that they can do on their own. So you don't necessarily have to be supervising that every second of that time. Little ones do need a lot more supervision and guidance and help out along the way, but their school time is a lot less than the public school because you're just working with that one child at a time and you're able to get things done very quickly. And that makes a huge, huge difference. You need to make time work for you. All right. Use the flexibility of homeschool to make time work for you. I know a couple of families that do school in the afternoon. One, because it's just easier. They've got a newborn. It's hard to get up in the morning and get going. So they do school in the afternoon. Another family, the mom is a nurse. She works in the evening. She comes home and she's exhausted. She rests and then they do school. Of course, she's got older children, and her husband is staying there with them while she works, so that works out for their family. Another friend who their daughter would get up really early in the morning, bless her heart, and do algebra with her dad before he went to work. That's the way that they made it work. You know, dad had to squeeze in teaching math because mom wasn't the math teacher. So they just got up early and they made that happen. I know one family that used Saturdays for school. They got behind, they had a lot of sickness in their family, and they needed to make up the days to make sure they had 180 days by the end of the school year. So they were working on Saturday as well to finish up their school year. Some friends of mine have kids that work independently on the computer. So the parents are working at home on their computer and the kids are working on their computer. I know they work on workbooks or things that they can do independently while the parent is working or on a call or that kind of thing. I know folks that use year-round school as a method to help them make time work for them. Some of us do 4-day-a-week school. This is something we've started this year, and we do school 4 days a week. Extends the school year a little bit longer, but it gives us a little bit more freedom and flexibility during the rest of the year. Older kids, you can leave home alone for longer periods of time while you need to work. You can work from home now. There's so many options and ways to do that. You can swap out with other homeschool parents or get your family members or neighbors to kind of help out to make this work. I see these posts all the time about the homeschool parent that, hey, I need another homeschool kid, a mother's help or a teenager to come babysit for these hours so that I can work from home or that I can go into work or whatever. And it works. You can find a way. You can make it work. It may take some creative problem solving, but it is totally possible.